Hello everybody, Zangetsu134 here.
And as always, I'm Ever Joe Squad. And it's fucking cold.
And welcome to another episode of Hyphenated Reviews, the show where we look at modern stuff in not a lot of time. And I apologize for the huge delay between videos. Basically, him and I got sick.
And then we got fucked at work.
Work's also been bad, but...
Work's been very bad.
Him and I both caught the same cold.
I'm pretty sure you caught it off of me.
Like, he sounds a lot better. I'm just finally getting over it, which is why I sound a little nasally. The worst is also, it's all in my throat, so I apologize for the next couple of reviews if I cough a little bit. But it's all in my head, but, you know, so I do apologize, but we're back now. And hopefully not huge amount of interruptions. Work's still kind of shit, but we will make do. So.
Work sucks. I know.
Yeah, I know. So anyway, She-Hulk just finished. And, you know, a couple months of just angry white men, you know, being mad about this show for...
No fucking reason.
Really no reason. Just because they want to. God, that one Facebook group we're in, I swear to God. Like,
he's fucking like...
Can we just move on to something else, or like... And trust me,
I love what the one guy answered to you. He was like, I like your mom. I was like, what the fuck? What an original answer.
Oh, I gave my one response. I give one response and then I move on because I have a life.
That guy, yeah, there's some dude, his name was Adam, and he's like, I like your mom. I was like, what the fuck?
Well, that dude might have actually just been...
Might have been trolling.
Might have been being a smart ass, and I'm like, you know what? Okay. But, so anyway, She-Hulk finally finished. And I have to say, I really enjoyed it. I have some problems with the finale, but it's more of a pacing thing with the finale. That and the fact that it was used to reveal, like, a huge spoiler for what's to come in the Marvel Universe. But as a whole, I really, really enjoyed She-Hulk. It was really nice to have just, like, a situational comedy in the Marvel Universe where we actually get to see the day-to-day that this universe has. Like, one of my frustrations with post-Endgame, it really feels like they just keep trying to ratchet back up to that big event thing. And like modern comics, I have event fatigue. I would like to actually have this universe breathe and grow for a little bit before we decide to tear it all down. Because if you spend the whole time tearing it down, what the fuck do you have left?
Hey, listen, we got rid of the Sokovia Accords. That's all that fucking matters.
No, I also question the timeline that Marvel put out. They said this takes place before Miss Marvel, and I'm pretty sure Miss Marvel is why the Sokovia Accords got repealed.
I'm pretty sure they're happening at the same time.
If it's happening at the same time, that makes more sense.
I'm pretty sure that's
too.
what's going on. That timeline was not very balanced.
No, I agree with you. Like, I just wanted to bring that up because it said, according to the timeline, this takes place before, which I argue that had to either take place before or, like you said, concurrently, which I'm actually more willing to believe you.
They're probably concurrent.
I'm more willing to believe that too.
Source, I fucking made it up.
Well, no, that, you know.
I made it up.
But so I figure, you know, after I brought up my feelings, I figured I'd let you take the floor for a little bit. Kind of want you to talk about She-Hulk a little bit because I know you were, between the two of us, you were the most excited for this.
Yeah,
I was too. But.
I was pumped about this because I thought it was going to be really based on the Barnes run. It's actually more based on the Dan Slott run, which fuck Dan Slott. Enough said.
Although to be fair, from what I've seen of his run on She-Hulk, it's actually probably his best work.
I can't give him credit, Adam.
I'm not saying to give him credit.
I have standards.
I'm just saying, surprisingly,
I've got integrity.
Surprisingly, this is like the only character he can write. And also he has Andy the Android in there as her coffee boy. So
But yeah, it's more so based on the Slott run, but I really enjoyed the show. Again, kind of like with Eternals, I didn't understand what everybody was bitching about. I really don't.
I don't,
maybe I'm easy to please. I don't know. But I really enjoyed it. And kind of like you said, like I enjoyed that it wasn't super high stakes level shit we're dealing with. Like the last 3 or 4 shows have been.
Yeah, or like the movies.
Yeah, I'm like, guys, can I have a break? Please? But
No,
yeah, it was a nice change of pace. And like I said, I thought it was funny and I enjoyed it. I know this show's been pretty polarizing for a lot of different people, and
no.
some of the reasons valid, other ones incel, so not valid.
Like, for me, the thing that got me the most pissed was everyone who complained about Jen breaking the fourth wall, and all I could sit there would be like, y'all would not care if Deadpool did it. Like,
Yeah.
Literally, her level of fourth wall breaking is about the same as the Deadpool movies.
So cool. Well, Deadpool's naturally funny. Bro, Jen's funnier than Deadpool. I'm fucking sorry that you can't handle an opposite opinion.
I mean,
And before anybody fucking is like, well, Deadpool did it, I'm like, She-Hulk did it first. This is facts. You can look this up.
that and as someone who likes Deadpool, but can appreciate Jen as well. Like, the two do variously different things in terms of comedic stuff. With Jen, it's very much more she talks to the writers, whereas with Deadpool, it's just him pointing to the camera and going, well, that's just lazy writing. Like, that's literally his level of humor. Then I appreciate Deadpool more when he isn't completely a jokey, silly character, aka when writers actually get Deadpool. That's more my problem with Deadpool writing, but that's... When we do the Deadpool movies, I'll go into that, but...
Listen, man, we just need to bring in the guy who can't draw feet.
Oh...
No thanks.
No, thank you.
Thanks.
I mean, granted, if I would love to get to get kicked up, banned on from his Twitter, it would be great if I actually had Twitter. That'd be the only reason I would have Twitter. Also, our podcast is way better than his. I've never even seen it, but I guarantee you ours.
I'm still working up to that Dan Slott hate video that I can tag him in. I just want to get banned by him because I think it'd be funny as fuck. I'd hang that shit on a wall.
But like I said, for me that was so frustrating. Is that there were so many these complaints? I'm like comparing like two characters that do the same things.
Well, these complaints, this was happening before the show even had come out. We hadn't even seen a fucking trailer. Like, I remember, we laughed at a bunch of those. Remember, I had a bunch of those screen cap, those comments for a while, because I thought they were funny as fuck.
No, yeah. Well, the other that gets me is I'm like, this is literally the same kind of comedy as, like, Harley Quinn or, again, the Deadpool films. Like, literally, it does the same kind of humor.
Yeah.
Y'all just mad because she brings up problems women actually have. And gets so mad about them that you don't...
You're not an incel. Why are you mad? I don't get this. You don't hate women? I mean, 80% of the people out there don't.
No, and I agree. But, like, I don't know what happened to some of the people that, watched this show and just wanted to be mad.
That's basically what it is. I mean, it's like the people that get mad about Batman. They don't want to listen to reason. They just want to be mad.
Like, for example, the scene that everybody fucking talks about and how it...
Which we actually addressed in the First Thoughts video.
Yeah. The one where she's talking to Bruce about how, like, what she suffers through and about how she controls her anger. Because as a woman, she has to control her anger because she will lose her job or get killed. The losing her job thing actually happens at the end of this fucking show because she freaks the fuck out, even though it was rightfully so.
Yeah.
Because
and again, people fucking... The whole point of that scene still goes over everybody's heads, and I don't understand why.
Yeah, like, the fact that she's saying she can control her anger while simultaneously hulking out is what Bruce is trying to point out to her.
I'm like, they missed the entire point.
Like, the fact that this plot is about the fact that she so desperately doesn't want to be known as She-Hulk only. And then towards the end of it realizes she has to accept the fact that she is both Jen Walters and She-Hulk. That's like the whole point of this season of She-Hulk. And I say season because apparently I think it's getting a season 2.
I hope so.
I
just want people mad.
But then I feel like now that we've got her established as a character, you can do more.
Are we gonna bring Kevin back?
That would be hilarious. But like there's that, and then and then also people got mad because she twerked with Megan Thee Stallion, which
I don't understand that one either.
I thought
that shit was funny.
that one, there is an argument to it. I don't agree with the argument. The argument is because she talked about how she doesn't like being treated like a piece of meat, like when men ogle her and shit. But then she's also being sexualizing herself by twerking. Despite the fact that there's a difference between being treated like a piece of meat by fucking brainless cavemen that only see you for a pair of tits and legs.
I sent you a picture of my dick. Please respond.
Yeah, and doing a silly dance with another woman and feeling empowered because you're doing the sexualization. You're sexualizing yourself in a safe place and how you want to be treated as a sexual object.
Adam, listen, nerds don't want to hear that.
Yeah, I know. And I'm sure there's going to be some feminists that get mad at me for being an actual decent person and understanding that sexuality is a spectrum and can be... But I understood that. And maybe you just didn't... I mean, to be fair, if you just didn't like because you don't like twerking, fair, I can't change your mind on that.
Now that we've gotten through all this shit, can we talk about the show?
Yeah.
Yes.
I really like the interpretation they did of Titania because otherwise Titania's kind of bland. Like it was kind of nice modernizing her in a way that I think will not like age very much. Like making her a basically like a TikToker or like a there's a word for it.
Social influencer.
Yeah, social influencer, thank you. Like I really liked that. I liked that how she was so petty with She-Hulk, she fucking trademarked the name.
I kept waiting for the workaround for that to be like, well, this is without the hyphen. I would have fucking died.
That would have been amazing.
That had been the entire
that would have been amazing.
There's no hyphen.
That would have been amazing, and we could have fucking had so many jokes with our fucking line of work. God damn it! I wish they had done that.
But yeah, I really liked it.
I really appreciated the very obscure cuts that this show did too.
My only complaint is where the fuck was my duck?
Yeah, I know.
Where's my duck, Howard. Man?
I know it's.
I'm really tired of this Howard erasure. I'm tired of it. I want my duck.
It's really so frustrating because they will do shots with Howard, but then we don't see him for
We see him in Endgame with a goddamn machine gun.
We see him there. He plays a major role in one of the What If episodes.
He married Darcy for the love of fuck. I don't understand why I can't get my duck, man.
Which, damn, she's pretty much as good as Beverly, so I get why Howard married her.
Duck got game. I gotta respect it.
No, he does.
I gotta respect it.
I don't know how he keeps landing these amazing, gorgeous women.
He's got game. I'm telling you, I gotta respect it.
Well, either that or it's because they wanted to use a corkscrew to unpop the champagne. If you get my drift.
But like I said, I thought the comedy in this was really, really good. I don't really think there was a lot of jokes that didn't land.
No, I thought they were all really, really solid.
The ones that stand out to me are definitely where she's talking to Bruce on the phone, and he's like, "That was so long ago. I'm a different person now, literally." And I was like,
"No, that was funny as fuck." No, that was hilarious. I wonder how many times Mark Ruffalo had to say that line without laughing, knowing that it's such a metaphysical joke. I especially really love the dream sequence Jen has that's a reference to the original Incredible Hulk TV show.
Yeah, the intro thing.
That was
when
amazing.
That came up, I'm like, no, they're not doing this. Come on.
No, that was brilliant. Like, I was like, because they so rarely in the MCU reference that show, despite the fact that it's literally like Marvel would not have like a TV presence without it.
Yeah.
And I know they did stuff before Hulk, but like Hulk
that was considered the best one for a long time.
And also what basically landed them that Marvel could do stuff for TV.
The only thing that could have been better is if they changed Jen's name like they did with
Oh
Bruce.
my god, that would have been amazing. Jennifer
because it's the first name.
Yeah. Oh no, yeah, it would be
Cindy Walters.
Cindy Walters.
That would have been amazing. That, I would have instantly. I would have had to pause it and go outside. Would have been like, no, they didn't do this again.
If you don't know what we're talking about, in the original Incredible Hulk TV show, they changed his name from Bruce to David
because the TV execs thought Bruce sounded too gay. And yes, that is apparently quote unquote the actual explanation.
No, that actually is the
fucking ridiculously dumb.
My only guess is because of the fact that because the Batman TV show got a lot of hatred because people thought it was very campy because of like, and that once again they thought Batman and Robin were.
I don't
a
know.
gay
It was the
couple.
late 70s, so that probably had more to do with it than anything.
I mean, that probably did have more to it too, but like, I don't know. I could see that being also an issue just because of the Batman TV show, but
yeah, that was great. The whole thing with the Disney Plus menu in the finale again annihilated me because that's like straight up out of the Barnes run.
Or fucking Mr. Immortal with the many wives that he got out of by faking his death.
The King of Pussy.
You know, I was like,
I was like, what the fuck is this?
Apparently, he's a character from the Great Lakes Avengers.
Yeah, I remember reading that. I was like, what the fuck?
Which, if you're saying right now that was a thing, yeah, look it up. The Great Lakes Avengers are a thing, and they are hilarious because they're basically just they're like the backup Legionnaires from Legion of Superheroes, only without an arm fall off boy.
I think the best joke was still the fucking Kevin.
Oh my god, no.
That when that showed up, I was like, you've got to be fucking kidding me.
Yeah, so true to the Burns run, Jen breaks the fourth wall. Barnes?
Barnes.
That was John Byrne.
Barnes.
John Barnes. All right.
At least that's how I've always seen it. Is Barnes.
You know, she doesn't like the ending of the show because it does get really out of hand. Because the bad guy steals
None
her.
of these plot lines are making any sense.
Yeah, the bad guy steals her blood to turn himself into a Hulk, which really original.
Bruce drops down from fucking outer space,
Yeah.
which I'm like, how the fuck does that work? Titanium
shows up for no fucking reason.
Abomination's there in abomination form. It's like none of this shit makes sense.
Although Abomination turning out to be working with Intelligentsia broke my heart a little bit, but I think that was more just because I was like, oh, I actually hoped I actually wanted to be.
I don't think it was more he was working with them. He was being a motivational speaker.
Yeah.
That was more so that than anything.
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
I highly doubt he knew what the fuck was going on there.
Yeah, but oh yeah, and so basically she pauses. She's like, "What are we doing?" And then it acts like you pause the show, like you're gonna switch over to a different Marvel thing. So she pops out of her button.
It goes in the writer's room and is like, "This is stupid."
Oh my god, no! And it is so funny.
Sign the NDA.
Yeah, but he still calls security anyways. If you're gonna call security, why'd you make me sign the NDA?
Oh, everybody has to sign the NDA. I'm like,
and then
the best joke in the whole sequence for me was the part where it was like, it's like, but first you must turn back to Jennifer. Why? You are very expensive.
Oh yeah, and they play
Please do it off camera though. The visual effects team has moved on to another project, and then the Black Panther theme starts playing.
No,
that destroyed me. And I was like, no, what the fuck?
No, that was hilarious. Although I'm sure a lot of people mad at how Disney
got meta with it.
Well, works their CGI groups to the ground. It probably were like, yeah, they're probably dead by now. Thanks, but no, I just love Kevin. The fact that it's just
a camera that looks like it has a ball cap.
Yeah, it has like Feige's ball cap.
Well, apparently, like they actually wanted Feige to actually come on there.
Yeah,
and he said no because he doesn't want to be on camera.
I mean,
he said that's like the biggest thing with it is he doesn't want to be on camera.
I think it's funnier just the fact
that's a fucking. Then they even poke fun at it.
Yeah,
you were expecting a man.
Well, then everyone makes the joke about how Disney is ran by a soulless, unfeeling machine. So just
near perfect results. Some are better than others, but I leave that debate to the internet.
I'm also loving. I swear to God, it sounds like he's trying to do the voice that Brainiac had in the animated in the DCAU.
Yeah,
which made it even funnier for me because he sounds like Brainiac, and I'm like,
I love that we got an X-Men reference.
Oh yeah, when Jen's like, when are we gonna get the X-Men? I cannot tell you that. But no, like I said,
my ass remains unwhooped.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna get to the Daredevil, but I didn't want to bring it up yet because then I feel like I'm gonna end up taking this from you. But I also really loved. I will admit, or no, actually, the only thing I have with, and it's probably the only flaw I really have with the show is just how rushed the ending is after the fourth wall break. Where like she's talking about how none of these plots make any sense, but then it feels like the wrap up. We have to go really fast because we don't have a lot of time left in the episode.
I'll actually defend because I'm like, that makes sense because they literally threw all the writing out the window.
No, like I said, it's one of those things where like I get it. Like I said, it's my only problem, and really it's a nitpick. It's more my own personal feelings. The bigger complaint I have with the ending is just the fact that they drop fucking Scar in at the end.
With that fucked up haircut.
Well, apparently
what the fuck happened to his hair?
Apparently it's supposed to be like that martial arts thing where like they get
Bro,
rid of
his barber fucked up his cut. What do you mean?
It's supposed to be like
they fucked him up.
Well, I know that apparently it's supposed to be like a top knot or like how like
No, I know, but it's just
the
memes have been killing me. I love that one where it's fucking Matt. And it's like when you feel the wind through the fuced up cut. And I'm like, what the fuck?
No, that was funny. But no, like would you agree?
The trap card he has haircut.
But would you agree that it was kind of bullshit they just dropped Scar at the end there?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay. I guess fuck doing Planet Hulk. I mean, I get why you can't do Planet Hulk because you don't own Hulk, but at the same time, I was like, that's kind of
Disney
bullshit.
Be like, listen, I'm trying to run him out of business. I'm working on it.
No, like I said, the ending felt rushed to me, but like, I get why that it's supposed to be that way. Like I said, it only bothered me because I was like, it just was like, oh, okay. We spent all this time on the meta stuff, and now we gotta... Like, that was my only complaint. And even then, it's a nitpick. Except for the part where Scar shows up. Because that was some bullshit. And I guess we might as well go into it. Unless you have anything you want to add before I decide to start gushing about Matt Murdock.
No, I'm good.
The best episode for me, and I know I'm probably in the minority because so many Daredevil fans, and by fans, I mean the people that only ever watch the fucking Netflix show.
He's supposed to be Batman.
And even then, it seems like you only watched the 3rd season of the Netflix show. Daredevil shows up in episode 8, which admittedly is well, I love the show entirely. That was my favorite episode of the whole thing. But to be fair, it was because it was really, really good. So we start with Matt defending the guy who made She-Hulk's suit because She-Hulk's client is Leapfrog, who probably most of you know more as Frogman.
Did he go into space in this episode?
Apparently that's because his dad is actually Frogman and he's his son who called himself Leapfrog. Basically he's suing the guy that made Gensuit and who is a known superhero tailor. He in fact made Daredevil's current costume, which I know people hate the costume. You're fucking wrong for hating it. You can dislike it, but you're wrong for hating it. Especially because you're all mad that and act like he's gonna be having this only costume. How many fucking costumes has did Cap and Iron Man go through in the all 3 phases?
It's a good question.
They had Iron Man went through
you gotta sell the toys, bro.
100 fucking suits. Cap changed costumes, I think 20 fucking times. Daredevil will have multiple costumes. You can all sit the fuck down and calm your titties. I also think the costume looks pretty good. What were your thoughts on
I like it.
Yeah.
What?
Really?
I'm working on something. Leave me alone. I'm letting you go. What, you think I'm over here for my protection?
So yeah, I love the fact that we got to see Matt in a courtroom scene before he was straight on just Daredevil the rest of the episode. It's really nice to see him and Jen interact in the courtroom as well as superheroes. And later in the bedroom. Speaking of, did you see those memes where they used the animated series, the Spider-Man TAS, Daredevil, and Jen's She-Hulk?
Yeah.
Where it's talking about them having sex. And she calls Storm, and Storm's like, why would you let that white boy defeat you in the courtroom? Trust me, Aurora, that was the only room he defeated me in. I'll be over in 20. We can dish then. So Matt, how was your trip to LA? I touched some grass and threw a lot of ass.
You're just quoting memes. Get the fuck out of here.
That's great. Why are your thighs? But no, I really like that. And then of course, the big fight between She-Hulk and Daredevil, which was fucking amazing. I know the CGI looks a little weird on Daredevil, but to be fair, they were doing it on a TV budget. But that fight scene was really, 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 really good. Like he said, I love that scene where she's like, I'm gonna whoop your ass. And she misses, he's like, my ass remains unwhooped. Then like
What the fuck you mean he's cracking jokes? What do you mean?
Yeah, because Daredevil's
You
actually
ruined him.
funny.
You ruined him. All these people on the internet flipping out. I'm like, damn, y'all bitched for Daredevil for like 8 episodes. Then you get him and you still bitch.
I know.
Fuck?
Well, I was just happy we had him.
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck?
I'm happy I got my toy back is basically what. But no, I also really love the two of them interacting with him being like, there's 10 guys down there. It'll take me 15 seconds apiece to feed.
Like he's timed it before.
Yeah. She's like, I don't got time for you to spend a half an hour kicking the ass. That is not how that math clocks out. But
I love the one where Frogman jumps out the window and breaks his fucking
yeah,
legs.
like there's no fuel in his jet boots. That shit was amazing. Also, we got a hallway fight. We got a fucking hallway fight. The moment we saw a hallway on screen,
I was like, oh god, here we go.
I was like, yeah! And he even uses his billy club like a whip. Because for those of you who don't know Daredevil, he uses his billy clubs have like a whip in them that he can use to like as a grappling hook. I was like, holy shit, you guys remember that he has the billy clubs? Because I don't even think in the Netflix show he had the whip billy club. But it's been forever since I watched the show. And then, of course, that scene where fucking She-Hulk rips through the wall, knocks a bunch of dudes out. I'm pretty sure a couple of them might have died from that, but...
Oh, they're goons. It's okay.
Details. But no, that was great. The fight scene where she's trying to, like, talk Leapfrog down from kidnapping this dude. We can probably do an insanity plea. Nah, insanity's not going to stick. You could just say, like, emotional trauma caused by duress. Is the Ninja Devil guy a lawyer too? No, I'm just a big fan of lawyer dramas. I was like, oh, it was so good.
All right.
And then he banged her. And I was like, nice.
In the interest of keeping this hyphenated, because it's almost 30 minutes.
Yeah, fair.
Let's jump into the ratings. I'm going to give it a solid 8 out of 10. Really enjoyed it. I had some issues here and there with stuff. Mainly, again, it's based on the slot run, and Dan Slott's a piece of trash, so I'm not giving him credit for shit.
I mean, to be fair, like, just because it was based on it, clearly other writers made this work. I'll give it an 8.5 times Matt Murdock put the devil inside Jennifer Walters out of 10. I really enjoyed this. I like, for one thing, I like the fact that most of the episodes were like a half an hour, so it was nice to kind of just sit down and watch this and then move on to other things. I think the comedy and the pacing is really well done. It has a fantastic ensemble cast with all of Jen's coworkers. And overall, just a really fun world-building show that kind of delves into like how superheroes work in conjunction with the law. And overall, just a fun, witty comedy. I really enjoyed it, and I think you should give it a watch. Just, don't be a dick about it.
Adam, people can't not be dicks. It's just how it works.
Don't talk to me if you're going to be a dick about it. So yeah.
Just wait till Black Panther drops.
Oh, trust me.
That group's gonna... I'm not looking forward to that. Only because I know the group... Oh my god, I'm gonna have to put on a fucking hazmat suit to go in there.
No, I know. Because if the incel shit was bad now, I am not looking forward to the racism in that group.
Yeah. We're gonna have to leave that group.
Yeah. But anyway, guys, that does it for this episode of Hyphenator Reviews. We're back. But the next episode, well, Marvel released a certain movie this month.
Not movie, special. Different.
Details.
Movie is longer than an hour.
Well, Oh, there it is.
So I say, bro, I'm like, come on.
But
come on.
Join us again next time where we howl into the night. But until then, guys, I'm Zangetsu134.
And I'm Average Joe Squad.
And this has been a Hyphenator Reviews. Take care.
Hyphen smash.